Hello students, let's read the problem. And it says, the graph below represents an exponential function g. What is the domain? Okay, so we're looking for domain, right? What comes to your mind when we say domain? X or Y values? I hope you say X values, right? Because my domain, it's all the X values that will make my statement true, okay? So let's look at the graph that is given to you. We have an exponential function, or part of it actually, right? And if you notice, I see some circles, right, at the end. Now those circles are gonna determine if it's gonna be that symbol greater than only, or greater than or equals to, okay? So remember, when my circle is shaded, that means that I need to use one of these symbols, right? And those symbols means what? Greater than or equal to. Is that right? And it can also be less than or equal to. So in both cases, notice how we are using the word equal to at the end. Is that right? Okay. Now, if my circle is not shaded, which is that one, right? Then I can only choose from these two symbols, okay? And those symbols are just greater than, okay, or less than, okay? Those are the two symbols that I can choose from, okay? So I can see that on the left side, I'm gonna need to choose one of the symbols with the equal sign, which is one of these two. And on that circle on the right on the bottom, I can choose only any of these two symbols. Is that right? So how do I decide where am I going to stop or what numbers to use, right? Because remember, domain has to do with X value. So what I want you to do is, let's look at that X, which is right here. Is that right? And now what we're going to do is we're going to build kind of fences, but they need to cross to the X, okay? So when I build the fence, this is going to be one of my fences, and it goes through the X. You see that? So let me go ahead and trace the X. And now the fence that I'm building, it has to go through the X axis, right? And I want you to think about what number is that going through? And that will be a positive 9. Is that right? And then on the other side, I cannot build a fence right here because there's still some space to the left, right? So I'm going to need to do it as far as I can go to the left. And that will be right here. Okay? And I want you to think about what X value is there. Not the Y, but the X. So the X value here will be 0. Very good. So my answer is going to be 0. And on the other end, it will be a 9. Now 0 is the one that has the inequality, right? Now think about it. What kind of numbers am I looking for 0? To the left or to the right? It's to the right. Is that correct? And to the right, the numbers are greater than. So I need to think about the symbol that means greater than. So greater than means that my 0 gets 2 cookies. And that will be only 1 cookie on the other side. And of course, we're talking about domain. So we're going to write down X in the middle, right? And now on the right side, what symbols am I going to choose? Am I looking for numbers that are to the right of the 9 or to the left? The numbers are to the left, right? So that means the numbers are what? Less than. Very good. What symbol is less than? Well, then X gets only 1 cookie. Is that right? So on the left side, we agreed that it was 0, and I'm looking for all the numbers that are greater than or equal to, because it has the little line underneath the inequality symbol. Okay, so look at the answer choices and look for something that says less than 9, right? And on the left side, it has to say greater than or equals to 0. Okay, and if you read the answer choices, letter B, It's the only one that has to do with 0 and 9. Is that right? Awesome.